Son of a glitch.
Yoshi's Woolly World. It's a cute, feel-good game about a yarn Yoshi, but it's got a couple of bugs that will have you in stitches. But enough with the puns, let's kick things off with this very first glitch, which involves rolling one of these Chomp rocks. This glitch can be done through a bunch of different stages in the game, but we're gonna choose 1-3. All we have to do is simply roll a Chomp rock all the way down here till it lands inside this kind of half-pipe section. Then all you have to do is drop down and push against the Chomp rock until Yoshi kind of just slots inside it, and now you're standing inside the Chomp rock. I mean, it's not exactly game-breaking, but there you go. This next glitch involves ground pounding and takes place in World 2-3. There's a part in this stage where you reach these colored pegs, and all you have to do is make sure the two blue ones are at the same height. Then all you have to do is stand Yoshi right in the center of them like this, and then jump and then ground pound whilst continuing to hold down on the control stick, and basically you'll get stuck ground pounding. Now the great thing about this glitch is not only is it completely pointless, it also sounds amazing. That's right, just beam it straight into my ears. And if you haven't had your fill of ground pounding infinitely in World 2-3, you can also do this in World 3-2. All you have to do is stand on the end of one of these teetering mobiles until it reaches all the way down like this, and then just jump and then ground pound whilst holding down on the control stick, and you have this amazing treat of noise and sound, and why? Why are we doing this? Alright, well, if we're doing this, we might as well throw in a friend. Now it's this amazing sound times 2. Okay then, I think it's maybe time to move on now. Have you guys ever wanted to defy gravity? Well, with this next glitch, we still won't be able to defy gravity. But this Chomp rock will. To do this glitch, what we first have to do is turn the frame Chomp into a Chomp rock. Then have Yoshi eat the yarn so it turns back into a frame Chomp and we can walk right through it. Now on the other side of it and standing about here, we need to time a yarn throw so it turns back into a Chomp rock when it's about here. And if we did all of this successfully, the Chomp rock will now just be balancing on the edge, defying gravity. You can stand on top of it and even ground pound, and this thing isn't going anywhere. Until, of course, you go to the left-hand side of it and then it decides to move. So I guess it defies gravity as long as you don't do anything to it. It just stays there. Well, now that that's done, how about another floating character? In World 1-8, you come across these Burts, and word has it you can make these guys float too. To do this glitch, we basically need to stand right next to the Burts as they're jumping up and down. We then need to time a jump and a ground pound when the Burt is at the highest point of its jump. This may take a couple of tries, but if you do it correctly, the Burt will now be floating in the air. Oh man, something's not quite right here. Are you guys, you feeling okay? I mean, I could help you out. I could slam one of these in your face. There you go. All better. Well, we may as well keep up the theme of things floating by moving on to another glitch, which involves Poochy floating. With glitches like these, they should have called it Yoshi's Floating World. I'll get on with the video now. To do this glitch, you need to head into World 3-5 with a Poochy badge and then make your way to this secret pipe. Then all you have to do is stand on top of Poochy and then he'll just kind of run off the edge, but he won't actually fall and neither will you, and instead he'll just kind of keep jumping on nothing. I don't know what's hidden down here, but apparently Poochy says no. What's supposed to happen is if you fall down here, you just get sent back to the main parts of the stage. Well, it seems like Poochy didn't get that memo, and well, this happens. If you're looking for a reason why this happens, I don't know. I just don't know. Moving swiftly on to another glitch which involves Monty moles. In the World 2 special stage, you can reach this section where there's a Monty mole that you have to guide to the end to get the key. We're not gonna do that, we're gonna do something else. Our goal is to have Monty mole fall into a pit of spikes while that pit of spikes is off screen, so we have to carefully guide him towards this area here. The best thing to do is kind of get him stuck to this wall and then make your jump onto this rising falling platform. He absolutely must fall into the pit of spikes while it's off screen. If you even slightly see him enter the pit of spikes, that Monty mole, well, he's a dead mole. However, if you do this successfully, he'll now just be in the pit of spikes, completely unharmed. Kind of looks like he's enjoying it, actually. I think, honestly, I'm just gonna leave him there. This next glitch is equally as pointless as the rest of them, but hey, gets a chuckle out of me. For this glitch, you'll have to find a friend who's equally interested in silly, pointless glitches as you. Heading back to World 1-3, we need to reach this part of the stage and make a hole in the sponge about 2 sponge blocks tall just underneath this blue dangling wool. Have one player now stand inside the small hole that you've made and then crouch down, while the other player simply just slots on top of them. And I think it'll be immediately obvious what you've done. That's right, folks, you've made yet more annoying sounds. The funniest thing about this glitch is the gap that you're in is wedged, and the closer you get to the point of the wedge, the more annoying the sound. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had enough of that now. Now this next glitch is actually pretty game-breaking. In fact, it's the most game-breaking in the entire game. For this glitch, we need to head to World 5-3. There's a part of this stage where you have to throw a yarn ball at this block to turn it into a present, which is exactly what we're gonna do, but we need this present to land on our magic carpet. The next part of this glitch involves piranha plants that are rolling off these conveyor belts. With Yoshi standing on the present, we need a piranha plant to land on Yoshi and then eat him. And when the piranha plant spits Yoshi out, the game will completely crash, accompanied by a high-pitched noise. And this is a complete crash. The only way to get rid of this is to switch off the Wii U entirely. So yeah, note to self, don't get eaten by a piranha plant standing on top of a present. It's bad for the game's health. Our final glitch of this episode involves the boss, Burt the Bashful. And this is a seemingly random glitch that happens when you fire the last hit on Burt, and he bounces off the walls as normal, but sometimes, just sometimes, he can get stuck like this. Now, I don't know if the game kind of gets confused or what, but this bouncing off the walls is kind of physics-based, I think, which lends itself kind of nicely to these random acts of glitchiness happening. And because Burt is kind of stuck like this, there's no trigger for the ending animation of the boss battle, so you're stuck like this as well. There's actually nothing you can do, so I guess you're gonna have to reset the game twice in one episode. Oh, the fun we've had. But that about wraps it up for this episode with some glitches you guys can do in Yoshi's Woolly World. Hey folks, if you're on Twitter, follow me at A+Start Show. I'm trying to hit 50,000 followers by the end of the year. Thank you, bye! And if you like this episode, why not check out the other episodes from the series? There's a handy little playlist right there. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram, and as always, a huge thanks to everybody who supports the Patreon. You guys are the ones that make it happen.